Introducing my next special guest on my show. It's a delight to interview my fellow musician, fellow guest on my show. We have James Wesley Haymer joining me. Welcome to my show. Great to have you on.
Glad to be here. Thank you. Okay.
And I just want to ask, where are you in the world right now?
Where am I in the world? I am approximately 30 miles south of Nashville, Tennessee,
Oh,
in a little town called Thompson Station.
oh, beautiful. And I can instantly tell that music has always been an important part of your life. You've got a nice acoustic guitar in the background and
Mm.
a nice landscape painting as well.
Oh, well, yes, that is a 12-string guitar. Happens to be one of my many guitars. There are many more. If you, that's my dog.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's Hazel. She's waiting patiently.
And I wanted to ask you, Nashville,
But
obviously famous for country music, but do you embrace all styles and genres of music?
Well, if it's a song that I like, I'll embrace it. If it's a song that I don't, I won't.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter what genre it is. I can, pretty much see through all the smoke of genres that kind of blend together. And my music is actually a blend of a lot of different styles. And so there you go.
Yeah, sure. I listened to Superman's Rocket, and I do
Mm.
appreciate there's a lot going on there, like music styles as well. You got a bit of soft rock, a bit of the country feel to it as well.
I would call it more roots rock.
Mm,
That particular track, it's pretty energetic for a country song. I
mm,
think
mm,
the way country music is these days. It's more pop
mm, mm. It's
with a little
very, it's very radio,
twang.
it's a very radio friendly anyway. Put it that way.
Oh, okay.
You can
Radio friendly. I like that.
put it on the radio.
I'm a friend to radio.
Lovely. And growing up with music has that always been a big part of your life? Going back to your younger days.
Oh, yes. Well, the first time I realized I wanted to be a musician was way back in 1964 when I saw the Beatles on Ed Sullivan's show. I was lying on the bedroom floor of my parents' room, and they came on the TV, and I go, oh, they're amazing. That's what I want to do when I grow up.
Mm.
I want to be a Beatle.
And am I right? You grew up in the famous Beverly Hills.
Well, I was born in New York, and my dad was an actor, so he went to LA to do television because that was the big thing back then in the 60s. So he got a few little pilots. He did pretty good. But yes, we moved to Beverly Hills, California because Carl Reiner, I don't know if you know who that is, but Rob Reiner's father told my dad, Johnny, whatever you do, you got to get your kids into the Beverly Hills school system. So we got an apartment like two houses from the city limits of LA. And you weren't allowed to park your car overnight in Beverly Hills. So my dad would say, Jimmy, did you move your car to LA? Yeah, Dad. It's cool. So yeah, I grew up a lot of famous people's kids, and all the spoiled brats in Beverly Hills. And I gotta tell you, they were some of the most screwed up people I've ever met in my life.
Mm.
The richer they were, the more screwed up they were.
Is it fair to say you've seen it all then?
Well, if I haven't seen it, I'll let you know.
Mm. Cool, cool,
Yeah.
cool. And you formed a band called Silver Spoon as well. Tell me briefly about that.
Well, Silver Spoon was a band. Unfortunately, I just lost my songwriting partner from that band. Just passed away a month ago. But we were pretty much a Beatley band. We were produced by the Beatles' road manager, Mal Evans, and he did Badfinger, and it was like a dream come true working in the record plant with. I worked on the Keith Moon solo album, and there I was playing bass in the studio with Keith Moon, Ringo Starr, and Jim Keltner. Three drummers and me and the bass. I go, what is going on here? I thought I was definitely on the road to fame and fortune then.
So a bit of a super group going on, maybe like a bit of a traveling Wilburys, or would it be Cream back in the day?
Well, Traveling Wilburys happens to be my most favorite group other than the Beatles because it has everybody. Who does that? Bob Dylan, Tom Petty, George Harrison, Jeff Lynne, and Roy Orbison. Now we've only got two of them left alive, you know. So I think that's kind of where my music is at. I think there's a big void right now in the music industry of that kind of music. You know, people are feeling, I think people my age or, you know, even a little younger are feeling very nostalgic
Mm,
for that 90s, 80s rock, you know, with
nice.
it.
I wanted
So
to
that's,
I wanted to ask just your opinion on do you know like commercial music, you know, mainstream music you hear on your FM radio. I noticed
mm,
country music's really popular with Beyonce trying to
mm.
have a stab at country music. What's your
Yeah.
opinion on these pop stars having a dabble at country music?
Well, you know, I can appreciate that. You know, she's really down deep. She is a country girl.
Mm,
It's probably what the kind of music she grew up with. So why not give it a shot? You know, I think it's great.
mm.
Yeah, I'm
And
all for it.
Taylor Swift as well started off country,
Yeah.
absolutely phenomenal over here in the UK. She's swept Europe,
Oh yeah.
amazing.
She's pretty big.
Mm. And going back to you now, this is your fifth studio album. This record will lead up to
Yeah.
that must be very rewarding.
Oh yeah. This particular record, I would say, is the most produced record I've done. All the other records I kind of produced myself. This time I let my friend and mentor Chaz Sanford, who had written songs like "Missing You" for John Waite. He's got a one. He lives about 20 miles away, and he's got a wonderful studio. And I would record a lot of my tracks in my home studio, and then take my files, go over there, and have the band come in and play it to my guitar tracks, while I was also playing live at the same time with the band. So it's really this has got a more of a rock feel than any of my other
Mm.
records.
Um, Going back to Superman's rocket as well, it's been
Okay.
described as celestial, which when you look at
Hmm.
the definition, it means spacely, heavenly, extraterrestrial. Is that a good description of this song?
Well, I like the fact, yeah, it's got the Superman's rocket, so we're blasting off into outer space, but it's kind of a metaphor, the Superman's rocket. Really, that song was written, one of the first songs I had written during the pandemic. And to me, the theme of that is escape. It's like things are getting so bad here, so out of control. I wish I had Superman's rocket. I could just get in that rocket and blast off out of here.
Mm,
But the problem is, where am I going to land? It might be better, it might be worse. So, but just that's really what that's about.
sure. And I've read you're a bit of a Bob Dylan.
Mm.
He's influenced you over the years.
Oh, oh yeah. Look at the amount of songs that man has written. Now he says I've only really written four or five songs. All the others are just copies, you know. But you know, if you've written, what has he written? 1,000 songs? That probably more. I mean, they're just the lyrics are just so incredible. You know, I'm blown away by it every time I hear it. And he's still going.
I only found out the other day that he originally sang "All Along the Watchtower," which was made famous by Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, well, he wrote that. Yeah,
Amazing, cool.
on John Wesley Harding.
And how do you find social media these days? Do you find it a good platform to, get yourself out there, release, just promote your music?
This is all pretty new to me. I mean, my last record was 14 years ago. And it's not that I've continued to write music. I just started doing other things. I had written a couple of novels. Tried my hand at that, and that was interesting. But the music was always calling me. But what was your question again?
Yeah. So social media, how do you find
Oh, okay.
that?
So yeah, so now I kind of just dove into it. The big kid on the block right now seems to be Spotify. You know, so I'm getting my songs to curators. I don't know. It seems like they're in a museum or something. What is a curator? But anyway, you submit them through things like Submit Hub and Groover, where they are said that they will answer you within 7 days, or you get your little $2 back, whatever you pay to submit. So that's what I was doing, and I got on some very good playlists. But unfortunately, they'll only keep you there for like a week or two, and after that, you kind of so my next single is coming out on Friday, April the 12th, and that's another. rocker, even more rock than the
Sure.
Superman's rocket.
Very interesting. And so we've got Superman's Rocket. Would you like me to play that for now? And your new single, we can play at a later date.
Yeah, that'd be great if
Yeah,
you could.
cool. We'll keep the audience, give them something to look forward to.
Okay.
Brilliant. Well,
Yes,
and the name is James Wesley Haymer, and people could
that's
just
right.
find you like through the power of a Google or search engine, and just ask my listener to give you a little follow and show their support to you.
Yeah, it's Spotify, and you can go to my website, which is jameswesleyhamer.com.
Mm. Well,
The whole
James,
album's there.
it's been a delight speaking with you today and sharing your
Thank
musical
you.
experiences with myself and my show. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.